What up, what up, what up? Long time no talk. In case you don't know me, my name is Eric. I trade prop firms, and this is me recording my journey. As you can see from the title of this video, I am done trading with Apex. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you know that they were trying to transition me to a live account, and I decided to opt out of that. So in this video, I'll explain exactly why and what's happening with that. But first, I do just want to kind of give you a recap of what's going on with me the last few months, because it's been, I think, a couple of months since I've actually posted a video. So I've actually been trading specifically just with Tradeify because I have not been able to trade with Apex. With Tradeify, I have gotten a couple of payouts with them before, but not gonna lie, it's been a struggle the last few months, and I have not been able to get to a payout. So I do just kind of want to go over what's going on with that, and then I'll go over my income and expenses on the year right now, and where I'm at with that, and then I'll go ahead and tell you exactly what's going on with Apex and why I'm no longer going to be allowed to trade with them. All right, so here is my Tradeify overview. To be honest, I have not taken a payout since Apex sent me to a live account or transitioned me to a live account, which really never happened. I had $18,000 worth of profits with Apex when they moved me to a live account, which I'm not gonna lie, it really kind of messed up my overall trading. I had a lot of momentum and it completely killed it. So during that transition, that never really happened, I had to figure out another place to trade because I couldn't trade with Apex. So I decided to trade with Tradeify. Very familiar with Tradeify. I already have a couple of payouts with them, but because I made like $22,000 with Apex, I decided to just do the straight to funded accounts with Tradeify. And about after a month, I actually ended up blowing those, and those were around $300 a piece. And then I bought another set of 5 at around $300 each and blew those as well. So over a $3,000 hit within a few months. So I decided to switch it up. I did their growth account instead, which is a lot cheaper and there's no activation fee. Ended up passing those in one day. So that was like around $500. And I'll go over my expense and income tracker here in a second. So that's what I've been trading for a little bit over a month now, but it's still been a big struggle. And I'm not trying to use, Apex screwing me over as an excuse on my trading, but it has kind of messed me up mentally. So just looking at the calendar here from July here, today was a horrible day. I actually ended up hitting my max daily loss, which is $1,200 per account, which is not good. So I'm changing a couple things in my trading and just my time frame and mental with it. I'm gonna go down to micros for a little bit. That's typically what I like to do, just to try to get my flow back. And I'm just gonna take my time. We'll build this back up. Actually, when I first got these accounts, like on the first day, I hit max daily loss, and then I was able to bring it all the way back up. But now we just screwed myself over again today. But it's okay. We're going to get back on it, especially now since I'm actually going to have some closure with Apex, which is why I'm sure everybody clicked on this video. Before I do that, I just want to go over my income and expense tracker just so I can show y'all exactly where I'm at in terms of profits in 2026. All right, really quick, guys. I just want to go over my income and expenses from 2026 here. This is going to be my income and expense tracker that I made specifically for prop firms. You can actually download this in the description for absolutely free. You just have to plug in your email address. But if you've watched some of my previous videos, you've probably seen this before. Right here is the start sheet where you can actually enter any prop firm that you want. The only 2 prop firms that I've traded with this year is going to be Apex and Tradeify. And then you have your expense category, which would be like your PA and then your eval. But going over to the overall income that I made this year, this was in March, and in April, the income overview, you can see that I've made $21,840 in payouts this year. Now, the expenses have definitely gone up. The only expense I paid with Apex this year was $650. That was at the beginning of the year to activate my PA accounts. That was really good. I made $21,000 in payouts off of $650. But recently, you can see that I've incurred a lot more expenses through Tradeify, as I was talking about earlier. So you can see $1,476 there, $1,476 there, and then almost $500 in June. So overall expenses have been $4,049. But to go to the overall profit, where I'm at this year is $17,791. So still right around $18,000, which is really, really good. as long as I get back on track with my trading and don't keep doing stupid shit and not, paying over and over for prop firm accounts and then blowing them, I should be in good shape here. It only takes a couple of payouts, especially when you're copy trading 5 accounts, to really build up those profits. And we still have a long year to go left. So now to go over the real topic of this video from the title and the thumbnail here on how I'm actually banned from Apex basically, and how I opted out of their live account program here. So let's talk about that. All right, guys. So if you followed my last 2 videos, you know that Apex basically deactivated all my accounts, and I had 10 Apex accounts with them, PA accounts, and they deactivated them all. This happened to several traders that were doing well, and they said that they were going to move me to a live account. With this live account program, they had nothing laid out. They just basically cut everybody out, and then they just basically made this up along the way. So they had us sitting around for months basically without knowing anything that's going on. They finally have come up with how their live account's going to be, and it's not that great. Like I told y'all earlier, I had $18,000 of profits left over after my last payout with Apex. And essentially they came and they said, we're going to give you a live account, but we're only going to give you $3,000 of drawdown, which to me is like not worth it. If they were going to say, well, you can take, half of your profits that you have in there and then do a live account, I probably would have stayed. Or if they would have gave me, more money, like $10,000 for a live account, I probably would have stayed as well. But to me, doing a $3,000 live account is just not a good idea, especially since I've been struggling. I mean, $3,000 is nothing, right? You can blow that very, very easily. I'm not saying that you wouldn't blow with like $10,000 or $18,000, but it's just not worth it. It's like, why wouldn't I just take $3,000 of my own money and then open up my own live account, right? Especially since they would still be taking 90% of profits and you're still paying for the data. It just didn't make sense to me. So they did send an email out almost like 25 days ago, I want to say, where they essentially said you have a choice. You can either opt into the live account, get $3,000 of drawdown with them with all their rules that they've created, or you can opt out and they would give you $3,000 to your bank account, but then you can never trade with them ever again. So essentially banned. I thought about this for a couple of days because I had a couple of days to make the decision. And again, it just didn't make sense to do a live account with only $3,000 drawdown. I'm gonna be honest. It just doesn't make sense. And then they take 90%. I mean, not 90% of your profits. They take 10% of your profits. Sorry about that. But anyways, that's what I ended up doing. So as you can see right here, in consideration of your participation to this point, Apex Trader Funding will remit $3,000 to you, payable within 30 days from the decision submitted to the system. So again, I think I submitted this decision around 25 days ago. I don't know if they're counting just business days or weekends or what, but hopefully this hits my bank account pretty soon. But that was my decision. Y'all can tell me if I'm stupid or not, or if you would have done the same thing. I would really like to know. And if you were in the same situation, like, what did you do? Again, to me, it just didn't make a lot of sense. And I'd rather just take the profits and then go trade with other prop firms, there's so many other prop firms out there, and like, yeah, this does suck. And I did write down, like, I traded with Apex starting September 1st, 2023. So basically 3 years. And out of that, I've had payouts. My payouts have equaled $37,559, and my expenses were $11,795. So overall, I have made $25,764 in profits with them, which to me is just crazy because that doesn't seem like a lot of money compared to like other people. Again, I don't even understand why I was necessarily transferred to live. Like, I know I had a really good 2 months, but it just didn't seem that fair either. But man, it is what it is. This is the risk that you take with trading with prop firms, and it's part of the game. Again, you're not trading your own money, like you're not trading your own capital. That is the benefit of it. So you just got to go with the punches. But good thing is there's a lot of other prop firms, and I'm going to continue trading with Tradeify. I also want to start uploading videos at least once a month, just going over everything. And, once I get back on track, I definitely want to make a video more about my strategy and what I do and how I've been profitable this year. So Anyways, thank y'all for watching the video. If you made it this far, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.